Power. Is power necessary? Why in the book 1984, Big Brother control every aspect of people's life? Is the same happening at school or at home? Well, let's see through this video which is the answer.
Power involves many aspects. All the important leaders that have existed throughout history are the ones who have found the perfect equilibrium between repression and respect. In a way, they make people feel like they are not being controlled, and at the same time, they are gaining their respect. Unfortunately, the problem arises when there is an abuse of power. When we read George Orwell's novel, 1984, we thought that the repression Big Brother exerted was way too abusive. But our situation is not far too different. Think it through for a minute. Why do you think they make us wear the same uniforms? Why is it forbidden to wear piercings or have long hair? All of these are mechanisms to make sure they have control over us. This is the only way they can make sure that none of us will stand up against this repressive system. But we are not the only ones affected. Our teachers are also. Think about the discipline or the academic coordinators. They act as the ministries of the book, making sure everyone fulfills their mission in this endless structure. But repression is necessary. The existence of the change of power is essential for our society, and this is what makes our school one of the best in the country. If power didn't exist, we would fall into anarchy. Us, human beings, are not capable of controlling our instincts, and this is why we need of someone else. As a great man once said, "Today you will hate me, but tomorrow history will thank me."
But this is not the only opinion about power. How do you keep power in school?
I keep it just by gaining the respect from my team. And I consider that the only way to gain it is by being respectful with them, by being clear, by trusting them, by relying on them. And I feel that it works, and that's how I think I gain the respect.
How do you maintain power?
I think there are many ways in which you can show power or maintain power over people. Of course, fear is very important. The people have to have some knowledge that you have you can create an effect on them. There has to be a way that they know that you can, like there can be consequences on their actions and they can feel that coming. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to fear you, but it does mean that they have to understand that the person in control has the control of the situation. If you lose that situation, if you do not have that situation, then you have to use some sort of fear, or I guess in some cases something else. Now, luckily, I don't have to use that, or haven't had to use that so far.
It is clear that power is essential in order to maintain control. Without power, all forms of social structure would fail. Our school is a perfect example of this. If teachers lost the control over their students, this would probably lead to anarchy and riots. But power goes beyond what we can see with our eyes. There's always a change of power involved. There would always be someone more powerful than you. Our teachers are the best example of this. Even though they are the ones who control us, there is always someone above them, controlling them, making sure they exert their power appropriately over us. We are small puppets in this big world. We are always moved and controlled by someone else. But
Even though school might has a similar structure, and many examples of Big Brother as making students use uniform to represent equality, and they have rules to follow, they differ in many other aspects. How does Mr. Jimmy exercise power over the teachers?
I believe that Mr. Acosta has power in school because it comes with his position as a principal and owner of the school. However, I believe that his power, although it's definitely he's the one who takes the final decisions of the school, he has the ability to hear what other people says and to get to some sort of to get to a decision, to take a decision. He hears other members of the community, and then he decides the decision that he believes is the best. But at least I believe that he is able to, or he has this ability to listen to what others think.
Well, I guess I always need to know that the people that are above me in in scale of power are, of course, people that have control of the situations. And how do you show control? By having discipline and by showing good leadership. Now, that that of course involves having power over what I do. If I didn't have a person with power on top of the situation, then probably I would lose track of some of the situations I have to handle. Now, fortunately, I think the control figures here know how to exercise power, and it helps me out in situations I have to go over.
What gives power to people?
I do feel I need to show some control over the situations. In some cases, that is by showing the knowledge I have of the topic, and that is the way I can really relate to the topic, and that makes me have at least some power over the students during the class. That, I think, is the main source of power, and I don't think that I can have any other way, because my personality does not allow for any sort of show, well, unless I really need to, like exercising any other sort of power.
Money does give power. There are many things that give power to a human being, and one of them is, of course, money, but also education, also a position, a political position. There are many things that gives power to a human being, but yeah, money is one of them. And it's basically something that has been given by society. Society has made money so important that it also represents power.
Another way or source of power in our life is our parents. They think they have authority, and they want to control every aspect of our lives. What is the difference between power in school and at home?
Poder en la casa y poder en el colegio como docente. Creo que sería el mismo. Trato de convencer. Hay algunos momentos en que uno, por supuesto, como papá tiene que tomar una posición, como profesor tiene que tomar una posición. Y ahí se puede sentir como autoridad y autoritario en algunos casos. Es innegable y es necesario. Pero lo más importante es que en general se trate de mantener la posición de convencer, de orientar antes que dirigir. Creo que eso es una de las últimas construcciones que aparecen en mi vida, tanto como docente como papá, que es, no se tiene que imponer, sino se tiene que convencer, y ante todo con el ejemplo. Creo que el poder del ejemplo, y esa era una cuestión que tratamos la ocasión anterior de la conferencia que vinieron en el Día Cultural, es que tiene que haber un ejemplo, tiene que haber un símbolo para que la gente lo siga. Y si uno se logra hacer ejemplo, en términos kantianos, para que se siga ese imperativo categórico, pues ahí es donde empieza a haber eficiencia. Por lo demás,
After this being said, we think that if parents and teachers work together in the right way, they would improve the school. After all, we can conclude that power is necessary and undeniable in our lives. But different from the thought in the book and Big Brother, power should be exercised with knowledge and leadership. So, no matter when or where, you can obtain very efficient results.